Sunday, 2 p.m, another game at Stamford Bridge and another London derby that needs winning when we welcome West Ham to Stamford Bridge. And today, I am welcoming channel fan favourite Josh Aveste. What's happening, mate?
Mate, I love that intro. It gets better every single time. And it's so good to be back here together talking after another wonderful win against Spurs. And it's going to be another wonderful win against another London rival, isn't it?
Do you know what? Some things never change, mate. It's funny, isn't it? Because Chelsea, worst season in, what, God knows that. Well, worst season since last season. But worst couple of seasons in a long, long time. But rain or shine, sun or snow, rise or fall, some things never change, do they?
Tell me, what is it? What
Chelsea,
doesn't change?
Chelsea doing a double over Tottenham. Some things never change,
We're
mate.
not even talking about Tottenham anymore, but do you know what? We just got to enjoy
still
it.
Relevant.
It's still relevant.
It's relevant till it's not relevant, and it's still relevant. And listen, we have had a couple of really bad seasons, but we've still done a double over Tottenham. And obviously, look, you know, we've had two really bad seasons. No trophies for 2 seasons. That's bad, isn't it?
Do you know what? It's probably one of the worst periods in our history.
No
really.
trophies for 2 seasons is unheard of for Chelsea. That is as bad as it gets, because we've had an awful 2 seasons, haven't we?
Yeah,
I'll tell
so
you who
bad.
haven't had an awful 2 seasons. We've had a really good 2 seasons. The other team in London, Arsenal.
The other team in London?
Yeah, they've had a great 2 seasons, mate. Absolutely unreal 2 seasons.
There's only one team in London, to be fair.
There is only one team in London. But obviously Arsenal have had an unreal 2 seasons. Such a better 2 seasons than Chelsea have had. Unreal. They won, how many trophies?
I'm trying to think now. Let me just try and look at the... I'm trying to think of the trophy cabinet.
So
how
hold on,
it
let
would
me
be
just to jog your memory.
Yeah.
Chelsea's worst 2 seasons of our lifetime, correct?
Definitely.
Awful 2 seasons. How many trophies?
0.
0. Arsenal's best 2 seasons since the Invincible seasons. Yeah. How many trophies?
Trophy cabinet. I'm trying to think. Is there any sort of like Capital One Cup? No.
No.
Any Community Shields?
No. Can't think of any.
No. So probably none then.
They can't. No, they can't have had their best. They haven't had their best 2 seasons in 20 years.
Because
and they've won no trophies.
The Arsenal fans don't give it.
No,
they don't shut up about it, do
there's
they?
something. You jog your memory. There must be. Have they not won anything?
Maybe they've won that trophy. Is it like the best football team? Maybe
No, there's not
best
one.
Centre mid.
No,
probably no trophies. Then.
So Chelsea's worst 2 seasons, no trophies. Arsenal's best 2 seasons, no trophies.
There you go.
It's embarrassing.
I mean,
isn't
arguably
it?
West Ham have had
Well, at least
best
they've had
couple of
those cup
seasons.
finals, though. Arsenal, haven't they?
They've done
Yeah.
all right in the cup
Yeah.
finals. Yeah.
Have they had a cup final?
Let me think about the cup finals. No, not that many cup finals.
So Chelsea's worst 2 seasons
Yeah.
in our lifetime, and
Manager
still,
probably gonna get
still
sacked.
still a couple of trips to Wembley.
Yeah.
But Arsenal's best and no trophies, no cup finals.
We were robbed at Wembley as well. So.
This hasn't gone the way I wanted it. I might have to delete this bit because I didn't want to dig them out.
No, we did. We're big Arsenal exponents. We think they're a good, solid, team that don't win very much.
God, awkward. But what about West Ham?
Well, they've won a trophy,
What do you
haven't they?
What do you make of West Ham this season? Because it's been a little bit it's been a weird one for West Ham, isn't it? Obviously, they've had big moments, and they've had a European run, albeit it's over now. And do you know what I would say about West Ham the whole season? That's pissed a lot of West Ham fans off here. Hopefully not old Ben Mitchell, otherwise he might come and chin me. Do you remember that West Ham fan?
No.
Do you not remember him?
No.
The West Ham fan that chinned the Chelsea fan outside.
He was called Ben. I don't know him by
No,
name.
he wasn't
I have
called
to say-
Ben Mitchell. We looked at Ben Mitchell off EastEnders. Good
Don't
right
know him
hand.
by
Good
name,
right
Jerry.
hand on him. So don't come and chin me. But no, do you not remember?
He couldn't
Last
chin you though.
season?
You've got an
Couldn't
iron
chin me,
chin,
mate. Couldn't chin
He
me.
couldn't chin-
Nothing
no one
gets
could chin
past
you.
this bad boy. Yeah. So do you know what I would say about West Ham all season?
Go on.
League position has flattered them.
That is so harsh because they've actually been pretty decent.
Is it
West Ham have
harsh?
West Ham have got a decent squad. And do you know what
very
I'm going
good
to say?
squad.
I'm going to say this: they are so harsh on that manager, Moises. Moises is actually a decent manager.
He's a very good manager.
And do you know what? I think he'll go down in history as being completely maligned unfairly because he actually is decent. And do you know what? Maybe if Man United had kept hold of him, they wouldn't have had this period of instability that they had.
No.
Maybe Man United would be a top 4 team.
It's funny, isn't it? It's funny, isn't it? Like the whole round circle thing, yeah? It shows how standards drop. And listen, I'm not sitting on my high horse here. Like, as much as we banter, our standards have probably dropped a little bit since, Roman Abramovich leaving. But when you talk about how standards are dropped, it was like castated. Is that a word? Castated?
It's not really a word, but let's just go.
What is
let's
the
just
word
go
I'm
for
looking
it.
for?
I don't really know what the word you're
like,
trying to say.
Like basically when sent's rubbish, like castrated, was it?
I mean, you could say castigated.
Castigated? I don't know. But basically, it was dug out that like David Moyes, Man United should have never appointed him, and then now we're looking at it and it's like, thinking about getting Graham Potter. It's like, yeah. Oh, what? The modern day David Moyes, who's not even as good as David Moyes. So
they're after some big managers, mate. They're after Fonseca. They're after
who? United?
They're after West Ham.
Oh, West Ham
are going
flew in
for some huge
Ruben
ones.
Amorim, didn't
yeah,
they?
Yeah, well, who paid for the flight?
I don't know. I haven't got any receipts.
Joey knows the data.
Yeah.
Joey knows it.
Yeah. So West Ham want
Chelsea.
Ruben Amorim.
I mean, Chelsea want him, but we've paid for the flights.
Didn't West Ham think they were going to get?
They
Ruben
definitely
Amorim?
did think it. Yeah. So apparently
and then
he
it
went
turned
for a
out
lean.
what?
Well, we turned him down, didn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awkward, isn't it?
It's not going well.
It's
is
really
it?
awkward. It's not going well.
Do you know what though? They should just keep Moisey. I'm sorry.
I was literally going to say, just keep Moisey, mate.
Moyes in.
What? Who are they going to upgrade with? Like, this is the thing with West Ham. Like, they've tried the whole winner. Like, they got San Pellegrino in.
What a drink! What a drink, and what a manager!
What a manager! Oh, was that not his name?
Pellegrini.
Pellegrini. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Maybe is San involved in there.
He. Oh, don't know if I should say this. He looks like a corpse.
That's harsh.
That is harsh.
That is harsh.
But
I mean, he's not that old.
He's not that old.
He's
but
actually
he
a really
looks,
good manager as
He
well.
looks like someone's
regardless
dug
of how
him. He looks
looks.
like someone's dug him up, basically. He looks like something from The Walking Dead.
Jesus Christ.
No, I'm joking.
He's a
good
fucking good manager,
He's a
was.
good manager.
They did really well. Do you know what? West Ham have quite a good amount of pulling power to get decent managers in. The people they're talking about is quite a lot.
But before we get into all that, I want to give a massive shout out to today's video sponsors and partners of the channel, StakeMate. So I have been using StakeMate each week to put on my football accumulators, but in recent weeks, it has got more interesting as StakeMate have added their squads feature, which basically allows you to place a bet and build a bet with your friends. And this week, myself and the big dog, Josh Aveste, have built a fourfold accumulator. So we're going with Sunday's games, and starting off, I have picked Aston Villa to get an away win at Brighton. Then, of course, we've backed the boys, Chelsea, to make it 2 wins on the bounce when we take on West Ham. After that, we're going over to the Monday night football, and Josh has decided to back Crystal Palace against Man United. And finally, back to Sunday, we are going with Tottenham to do something very Spursy and get a win at Liverpool once their Champions League dreams are done. And at the time of recording, by putting our £5 each on, we stand to win just over £530. So if you want to get in on the act, use the link in the description. That will take you to the App Store where you can download the StakeMate app. And then once you do it, use my discount code Joey5. That will get you a £5 free bet, and that will get you on your way to hopefully winning some money. But before you do that, we need to remember a few things. StakeMate is a betting app, meaning you do need to be 18 years old or over to use it. You do need to be living inside the UK, and most importantly, we all need to remember to gamble responsibly. Thank you once again to StakeMate for helping us out with this video and for all your support over the course of this season. Let's get into the video. I tell you who I rate from West Ham. Man, we nearly bought him.
Kudos.
Kudos. Oh, thank you. For what?
The dad jokes
Kudus.
are so bad.
Yeah.
They're so bad.
Do you know what? I don't actually feel like making jokes today. I've had bad news.
Come.
A good mate of mine
Yeah.
has just been sent to prison.
Oh, yeah. What's he done?
He got done for nicking calendars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, apparently he's got 12 months.
I thought you were going to go like he's been piquetting it in or something.
No.
You know, I thought you were going to do a West Ham. I thought you were going to bring it back.
No, if I was going to do something, so if any West Ham player is likely to get sent to prison, we know who it is.
Go on.
It's one of our boys, isn't it?
Kurt Zuma.
Kurt
Animal
Zuma.
cruelty. Can you get sent to prison for that? You
Do
must be
not
able to.
take Kurt Zuma to the zoo.
No, don't. Battersea Dogs wouldn't be good.
Kurt Zuma sees the zoo as like foot golf. You know where you kick the balls in the hole. Well, yeah, let's not get.
I mean,
down.
but he's had a bit of a fall from grace, hasn't he, Kurt Zuma?
I think he's a good player.
He's all right, isn't he?
Not better than Trevor Chalobah, though, is he?
You would have him back at Chelsea if you hadn't have kicked cats.
Yeah, I don't like cats, so I don't mind it.
There you go.
Yeah,
Don't fuck with cats unless you're Joey.
No, No. Oh my God.
That was a great show.
He's like Kurt Zuma. He's like the modern day Luca Magnotta.
That was a fucking good show. That was. If you haven't seen that on Netflix, watch it.
Oh,
fucking decent.
mate. I bet Zuma watches that instead of a bit of old hamster. Not that I know
He's
what
not
that
into
website
hamsters.
is.
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah. You don't. What's the website called, Jay? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
I'll text you it.
There's a few players that West Ham have got that are actually quite decent, really.
Who?
Paqueta is a very, very good player. Bowen, mate, is going to get into quite a lot of teams.
Bowen. Apparently Chelsea want Bowen.
Which is, but mate, people were saying, by the way, Anfield Agenda was saying he wanted Bowen to replace Salah.
Oh my God, yeah. I remember
that?
when he come on the kickoff and he said that and I was like, are you all right?
No, but I still think that because that's worrying, isn't it? That's a bad shout. Like Salah with Bowen. Bowen would flop at Liverpool.
I've been getting stick over this Salah reel that I put out.
What's the real?
So this was good actually. I said I was so Jack, my new editor, I said to him, I said, clip up that bit where I was talking about Salah and Jurgen Klopp and whatever and put it out. I said, if we get a little bit of emotional music on that and whatnot, I said, that could do some views. Like, I think it's a good little clip. So he done that. He put out last night. Just the sort of 500,000 views so far. So
that's not a very good one for you, actually, to be fair, is it? That's an average one for you.
500,000 views. So, so are we scared of West Ham?
No.
No,
neither am I. Do you know what, mate? I was looking at their most recent fixtures. They've lost to Newcastle. They've drawn against Spurs, which basically, they're a shit team. They won against Wolves. Don't worry about
Spurs.
Don't worry about Wolves.
Embarrassing, wouldn't it?
That is a bit embarrassing. They lost to Fulham. They're a good team, aren't they?
Fulham, yeah.
Fulham, and then they lost 5-2 to Palace. Drew against Liverpool, which is a bit of a weird one, and now they've got one of the best teams in the Premier League coming to play them. So I mean, it's going to be obvious, isn't it? Their form is horrendous.
No, but to be fair, like, we're sort of bantering a little bit. I've seen the way that when Fulham that put 5 goals past them.
I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
We should be beating these lot. We really should. But then, are we naive to say that off the back of last night's performance? Because listen, the stars did align last night, and that maybe sounds like I'm taking a bit away from Pochettino, and I shouldn't be.
You shouldn't be taking anything away from Pochettino.
No.
Because you've always rated him.
I've always rated him.
You've backed him since the very start of the season.
With my chest.
You have.
Put my neck on the line.
You've
for that,
never
man.
said once the words Poch out. You've never actually even said, oh, do you know what? I don't like him, don't dislike him. You've always said, I'm a big fan of him. You really have.
Yeah.
He's a great manager.
I'm glad I've started.
He's never let us down.
No, he hasn't. So, good man. I don't know. I'm looking at our injury crisis. It's unlikely that we're going to get anyone back before then.
What I'm most worried about is the fact that those boys looked absolutely gassed after that game, and then we've got 2 or 3 days to recover.
Oh, it's not a long...
It's not.
It's not long, is it?
It's not. And considering, you had Alfred Gilchrist literally done. He was on the pitch, lying down, finished. And there was a few bad tackles
mate, you
as
can
well.
just go again.
God, tell me about it. Remember those times.
Rampant.
Whoa.
I could probably do Slug and Lettuce Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oceana on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
Probably good 25 Jaeger bombs in there. And then little pub lunch on a Sunday, which turns into a bit of a messy one. So
yeah, and then just go out on a Monday night as well. Fuck it.
At
Just
that
go
age,
to the student night.
Easy.
Yeah, done.
Easy.
Simple
I was
as
never a student, believe it or not.
No, you weren't, but you went to the student nights because you were a bit.
I was.
You were into the student girls.
Yeah, student girls. Yeah. Still am. Joking.
Is that not worth a bit of testosterone and a bit of bloodletting? Just to go back to those 18-year-old years.
Let's just
get it.
They were good. Like, I did love them years, but then at the same time, do you know what I don't miss?
Go on.
Being fucking skint. Like, we made it work, but fuck me. Like, and I'm not saying it's like a bit cringe. I'm not saying it like now I'm not, but you know what I mean? Like, what I'm saying is like, we were fucking skint at that age and we still managed to...
We had fun though. Who cares?
Yeah.
If you could go back now, forget everything that you've got, like all of the money. Let's leave family out of this.
Yep.
Like, don't worry about family. But if you could go again, do it all again, start from 18, would you do it? Would you relive it all over again?
No.
You wouldn't.
No.
You wouldn't.
No, I might relive it. Like if you could go, go back and do your first lads holiday and stuff like that again. But no, I'm a big believer that things fall in the way they are, and I'm happy with my life, the people I've got around me and whatnot, and pretty content.
I rate that. It would be fun to have a night out when you're 18, though, all over again.
It would be fun. Yeah. What if you could do any year of your life again? What would you do?
I would do the last year of university.
Really?
Because it was piss easy. And you just go and have a fucking great time. Last few months of uni is absolutely brilliant.
Do you know what I'd do?
Go on.
05.
What was going on in 05?
Started high school, first year of high school, September 2005.
Yeah.
Went into Glyn. Shout out, Glyn. Went Glyn. It was fucking good, mate. It was good fun. Also, Chelsea absolutely rampant
True.
in the Premier League. So yeah, it's a good time. Good time.
I think my last year of uni might have been Champions League final.
You know the best thing about 05?
Come on.
There was a certain team called West Ham who weren't in the Premier League that season, so that was pretty...
I thought they were in the Premier League the whole time.
No, not the old time. They weren't, not the old time. But David Moyes, he's the problem. You know who they'll probably get if they sack David Moyes?
Who?
Do you know who I could see?
Who?
Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah, he could take that job. I know where you're coming from for that.
Yeah.
I think they're going to go for a level above that. I think they're going to try and get a Lopetegui, someone like that, someone that level. I think they see themselves as having like an elite manager. And do you know what? The Premier League is so crazy now, it can happen.
Matty Davenport, you're live on the Joey Knight podcast. What you got to say?
Well, yeah, fair play up the fucking Chels.
Do you know who this is on the phone? You know Matt with the tattoos.
I do know.
Chelsea
All right, Matt.
Is it you and Josh?
I am with Josh, yeah. You're live, mate. I'm playing you down the microphone now. Don't say anything that might get you in trouble. You got me 2 tickets, yeah?
Matt Dav 94 on Instagram.
I love that. He's promoted it straight
All
away.
my female followers get onto him. Listen, I'm just podcasting. I'll ring you back.
Yeah, it's fine. I've got your West Ham tickets.
Legend.
Oh.
Now we're talking. All right, mate. I'll ring you in a bit.
Yeah, safe.
Cool. Cheers, mate. In a bit. There you go. I'm going to the West Ham game. That's
Woo.
good. Live and exclusive.
There
you
you
don't
go.
get that.
See
You
us
do
there.
not get that on other
Chicken
channels.
balti pie.
Chicken balti pie.
Singer.
Should we have a little? Should maybe have a little steak?
I'd love to have a little steak.
Might have
Yeah,
a little steak.
I'd
yeah.
love
Let's
to.
see. I'm trying to. Yeah.
Maybe we'll live
negotiate.
stream the steak.
Oh, I tell you what, that last steak was nice.
It was really
And I was
good.
an absolute legend getting that down me
You
after
fucking
being
wolfed
hungover.
it.
Yeah.
You wolfed that.
yeah.
I've never seen
11
anyone.
a.m. fillet steak. No problem, mate.
You went ribeye, mate, didn't you?
No, I went fillet.
Oh, well, it was Georgie with the ribeye.
Nah. You know, when you win a knockout of the night bonus, you don't fuck about a ribeye
You
steaks,
don't
mate.
fuck around with fatty steaks.
Straight onto the fillet.
Yeah.
Make sure you get some caviar on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
so,
it. I'd love
yeah.
a little steak.
Yeah. Tell you what I love.
Go on.
Steak Mate.
Oh, what? Tell me about that app. I've never heard of it
Steak
before.
Mate, right? It is my go-to betting app. It's the bollocks. The boys at Steak Mate have absolutely smashed it. It's the easiest app I have ever used. And I used to be a Sky Bet man. I'll admit, I used to be a Sky Bet man.
Dirty word that is now.
It's a filthy word
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Since downloading Steak Mate, my life has changed.
Yeah.
It makes it so much funner to put on the bets because me and you do the old squad features, which is like you go, I go, you go, I go, you put a bet in, I put a bet in, and we've come close to winning a couple of times, haven't we?
We've had
a couple of ones, and the best thing about it is, what do we bet each time? £5 each.
£5.
£5 each. So what that means is, if me and you win one of our bets per season, which is always a 4-fold accumulator, we're up. For
We're
the
up
season.
forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
If you win 2 bets per season, we're fucking laughing. And I've actually accumulated the amount of bets I win per season. I stand at about 2 accumulators per season, really. So
There you go. So basically profit for the rest of the time.
should we link them?
Yeah,
Just
we can
for
link
these lot.
Oh, if they want to. I mean, if we're going to do them a favour, why
Let's
not?
link them. Let's link them. The link's in the description. Steak, mate. I think this one's already had a cutaway on, so...
It has 18 plus only.
yeah,
Remember
yeah,
that. Got to be in the
it's a good one.
UK. Remember that. But we did back Chelsea in that bet. We have to come
back
clean now
Chelsea.
and just say when we're looking at the result, we did fancy Chelsea to win.
Always fancy Chelsea to win, mate. Always. So do you think we'll win this match? Because if we do, we'd make it 3 wins on the bounce, wouldn't we?
I think we probably will, but I think it's going to be more difficult than we expect. Only because I think the boys are going to be gassed.
Harder than the Spurs match?
Yes. I think it will be harder than the Spurs.
But do you know what I think? I think there's an opportunity for a bit of vengeance here, and there's one man that would love to take that vengeance in his own hands and get it. Do you know who I would love to continue his fine form and absolutely smash it in this game?
Go on.
Caicedo. Because do you remember the Caicedo disaster debut?
It was horrible.
Where was it?
It was a horrible one. It was at West Ham, wasn't it?
It was at West Ham.
It was that 3 games in or 4 games into the season? Because he missed a few at the start, didn't he?
No, it's like the third game of the
Third game,
No.
Yeah.
Second game of the season.
Was it? Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Second game of the season. So we had obviously the performance against Liverpool, which I was very happy with, the 1-1 draw. We played well in that game. Then we obviously went to West Ham and we started well. Carney Chukwuemeka wriggles out of a little bit of space, smashes one home. Yes, please. I'll have a bit of that. Enzo Fernandez gets a penalty to put us 2-0 up. Yes, please. Ooh. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about penalties. Because we've got a man who can guarantee you from the penalty spot. Yeah. And that's it, isn't it? So, yeah, Enzo Fernandez misses the penalty. They go on to win the match. What was it? 2-1 in the end? 3-1? 3-1, Antonio.
Yeah, because they got a goal at the last minute, yeah.
Either way, I want a bit of revenge for that. And I want Caicedo to seek a bit of revenge. Because at that point, Caicedo was written off. The disrespect that's been put on this fella's name.
Mate, how many times does he need to have unbelievable performances until people just say he's top 3 in the league?
He's unbelievable.
He literally
He's
is.
good.
I think he will have a good game against them. Do you know what? Energy is something that we do really need against West Ham because they're quite a physical team. And I mean that both in terms of their strength and I think they have got pace in and around the team as well. Let's be honest, mate. If those 2 boys, Gallagher and Caicedo, are on top form, we can get around that midfield. Like that midfield, I do you know what? I really rate James Ward-Prowse. I think he's a really, really good player. I rate him.
Yeah, I rate him.
I actually do rate him.
I rate him, right? But he made the move to West Ham.
Yeah.
He had a really, really good start to the season.
Yeah.
Numbers-wise, really good. I would say now, listen, he was never going to get in the England team. Chances are
he should be on the plane, Joey. Should he be on the plane? He should be on the plane.
Should he be on the plane?
He should be on the plane as a set-piece specialist. 100%, mate.
I don't know.
Okay, right, name me 4 DMs that are better than him.
He's not really a DM though, is he?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, 4 DMs that are better than him. What, for England?
Yeah.
Okay. I think if you put Reece James in DM for England, he's better. I would say Cole Palmer. You drop him back into DM. I'd say he's probably better. I'd say if you push Noni Madueke, Colwell.
Yeah.
If you push Noni Madueke up from the under-21s and stick him in at DM. I'm not being Chelsea biased.
Yeah, Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
That is a better DM.
Ross Barkley.
Ross Barkley. Oh,
Yeah,
now
see,
we're
now
talking.
I'm actually helping you
Now
with your own
we're
fucking
talking.
thing. But Calvin Phillips, no.
Calvin Phillips.
Fucking hell. Is he going to play in this game? Imagine if he played.
God, he's bad.
Yeah.
Hope he does play.
I hope he does.
I'll tell you who I do like, DM-wise, when we're talking about him. Alvarez, who plays for West Ham. I wanted him, didn't I?
Remember this. Remember at the start of the season, Joey was saying, we need Edson Alvarez in our team. You were going to bat for it. I remember sitting in this studio and you were desperate for Edson Alvarez.
Really wanted
I haven't
him,
even
didn't
seen
I?
him do anything. Has he played well?
He's played.
He's played.
He's played.
He's
played, my boy. He's played.
Mate, we had to absolutely mare transfer calls at the start. Do you remember we were talking about that goalkeeper, Mamashvili? Do you remember we were talking about
Mamashvili, yeah.
Do you remember we were talking about him as being like the solution to our problems?
Yeah. We had a couple of howlers in there,
We
didn't
really
we?
did.
Yeah.
We said Kepa was going to be our starting goalkeeper.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, don't want him to come back.
He's coming
do you?
back.
Is he coming back?
He's coming back for sure. Real Madrid aren't keeping him, are they? He's third choice goalie. We're fucked.
I know. Do you know what? Normally in these previews, it's around this point that we would normally do a starting lineup, but we can't change anything, can we?
No. Colwell could be back.
I don't think he will be.
Nkunku could be back.
I don't think any of them come back into a starting lineup. That's my... There's only been one man so far this season that has literally come back from injury, had no minutes, come straight into a starting lineup. Do you know who that is? I'll give you a clue. Plays on the other side, probably best in his position in the whole world. Cucurella. Came back against... Was it against Fulham he come back and just come straight into the starting lineup? Not only did he do it, he done it at fucking right back. Done it at right back.
And you're thinking Gusto's going to be a better left back than him.
It's going to be hard.
How are we going to fit all these players in, mate?
We got to fit Reece James and Gusto into our team.
Reece James is going to be a DM. I'm calling it now. He's probably going to be better there. He won't get injuries if he plays at DM.
No,
I could see it. I could see him being absolutely fine. But yeah, in terms of the team sheet, mate, let's talk about it very, very quickly.
Yeah.
I do think it will be the same lineup, but I have to say, this guy Josh that came on, I can't say his surname because it's the most difficult surname to pronounce in the world.
It has Pong in it.
Yeah.
I
can't say it. I can't pronounce it. He's going to be like Dave was. He'll always be Josh in my head, right?
Josh.
So Joshy comes on. He was 4 blocks, exquisite blocks, by the way. He was so solid.
What position was he?
Him. He's a right back.
Right back.
He's a right back.
Nice.
He's our third choice right back going forward in the future. Let's see him play. I think he could be good. Because Gilchrist, I do worry about the hammies on Gilchrist. So I thought this guy did enough to get in the team, mate.
Ugachukwu is back on grass.
Yeah,
not that type.
Yeah, he's not going to be anywhere near
He's not
the
on the
squad,
old.
is
He's
he?
not on the old Bactoria.
Mate,
He's on grass of a full pitch.
Yeah, can we just say, right, like, we do need to give ourselves a bit of credit here as Chelsea, as the football club, and also maybe, let's not say it too loudly, but maybe against the manager here, he's had to deal with a fuckload of injuries.
He has had still a fuckload of injuries.
And for anyone saying that we as a football club haven't had one of the worst injury crises of all time is a joke.
It's
14 players out again after having 9 the week before, after 8 the week before that, after 7 the week before that, then 10 the week before that. Like how long does this need to go on for before people actually go, yeah, fucking hell, you've had a complete injury, like Christ, a joke.
It's mental, mate. And as well, like, we've got to remember, we've had this injury crisis spanning over 2 seasons. It's not like, Chelsea have had a bad year this season with injuries. Like, I looked at the injury list when we played Arsenal. I think Arsenal had 1 injury. It was Timber. And we had like 12 or whatever. Yeah. It's mental. But then there's only the other thing, and just devil's advocate here, I'm not implying this. Pochettino, he is tasked with picking a lineup. And the best performances have come when he hasn't been able to pick a lineup.
Drop that one in there.
Just
I mean, he has, just to counter that with another counter, I mean, he has picked the lineup.
He has picked it, yeah.
I mean, he could have played Caicedo.
I think Caicedo needs minutes, man. I don't know why Caicedo don't get no minutes.
He hasn't been amazing when he's come on.
He's been tall.
He's been, what else has he been?
Italian. Yeah.
Stallion.
I bet he cooks.
I
Good food.
bet he's fucking great at cooking, to be
Yeah.
fair. I bet he's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
I do love having an Italian contingent in the Chelsea team. We've had some fucking
Not if his name's Jorginho.
unbelievable. He's Brazilian. Really.
Yeah.
He's Brazilian, really. So, we had a few good Brazilians, but fucking hell, mate, we've had some good Italians.
I love a Brazilian.
You do.
You're a Colombian.
You do.
Why? Who's your favourite Italian? It's got to be the big dog, Gianluca.
I love Gianfranco.
Yeah, Gianfranco.
I love Robbie as well.
It is Gianfranco.
I love Robbie as well, though. We've had some great moments with Robbie.
Yeah.
Haven't we?
It's Zola.
It's Zola, but I love Gianluca as well.
Zola,
and I've met Gianluca.
Vialli.
He was a gentleman.
Love him. We had any...
Sam Dallabona?
Sam Dallabona. Any other Italians?
Carlo Cudicini.
Carlo
is good.
Carlo Cudicini. Love him.
Carlo
love
is
him. He
good.
liked one of our reels, actually.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved Carlo. I
Keep
met
it
him
real.
as well at an Italian restaurant, and he was also charming. Took a lovely photo.
Mate,
He's a good-looking chap as well.
There is not one Italian restaurant that this man is not in and around on first name basis with the entire
true.
staff.
I went
more or
to
less.
La Mamma Mia last night for a dinner. Anyone there? Just a little shout out to them on the Hollywood Road. If you want an Italian, that is the place to go near Chelsea. Fuck me, the food's good there.
Really? What'd you have?
Unbelievable. I had a pizza last night, but the pasta there, bellissimo.
Oh, bellissimo. Arrivederci. What is arrivederci? What's that mean?
That means goodbye.
Oh, not yet. Not arrivederci just yet. Right, so we got the lineup on screen now. That's what we're going to go with for this match because we can't really make any changes to it, can we?
No. And do you know what? Why would we need to make any changes, Joey? Because we've just smashed Spurs.
Yeah.
Demolished Spurs.
Absolutely.
Ridiculed.
Pummeled
Spurs. Exactly.
Yeah. I would use a phrase that Alan Pardew used once, but he never got on the TV after that.
No, he didn't.
I wouldn't use that phrase. God, that's bad, wasn't he?
That was bad.
Right. Okay. So, should we go over a little score prediction for this one? I'm going to tell you how I think this game goes. I think we come out for this one and we're a little bit more tentative. I think we're still riding high, and as you say, there are going to be tired legs, tired minds especially. But I think that between Cole Palmer, Noni Madueke, and Nicholas Jackson. And I'm not
Nico.
ostracising Mudryk. It's a good word, isn't it? That was a good word.
Fucking hell, where's that come from?
I'm like Thesaurus Dictionary Corner over here.
You've really improved, to be fair.
So I'm not ostracising him, but I do think some of his play, it's just the same trait, mate. He does lessen in games, like he does go to sleep a little bit. Like, I mean, that little like outside of the foot pass that put Jackson through early doors,
Mate, there were some touches that Mudryk did was ridiculous.
against Spurs. That
the
was
switch to Madueke as well
Yes.
was unbelievable.
Yeah,
There were some very good moments.
Oh, he has great moments, man, but it just needs to be more.
It's 50-50 at the moment, isn't it? There's 50% shit, there's 50% something unbelievable.
Yeah.
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 I'll put my hands up now and I'll look into camera and I'll just say, Mudryk hasn't been good in the last few games, but I still have faith. So let's just put that out there.
Because you gotta have faith to do. I gotta have.
I've heard that's his favourite song.
Yeah. No, he looks like a bit of an emo.
Yeah,
I imagine him like, you know, when
Screamo.
everyone's getting pumped up for the game, I bet he's got that tune on, you know, wake me up.
Yeah.
Wake me up inside.
Evanescence.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I can go high.
I
with
can
that
imagine him
voice.
going Slipknot as well, to be fair.
Oh, he loves a bit of Slipknot.
God.
He loves a bit of Slipknot.
I can imagine that.
Yeah, so Mudryk, do you think he'd get on the score sheet?
No, I don't think he will get on the score sheet, no.
No. So what are you predicting for the scoreline for this
Right,
one?
okay. I'm going to walk you through the entire game now. We go 2 goals down early doors, probably the first 25 minutes.
not
2
good.
goals down. Now, bear with me, though. Bear with me, right? We score a goal just before half-time. It's 2-1. We go into the break. We've got the momentum. We're going into the second half.
But then we've got a trait of being a little bit worse in second halves.
Well, not when you've got inverted Cucurella involved.
Not the last few games we don't.
When you've got that beautiful man in the middle of midfield, it comes good. So I do think we end up winning the game 4-2. I think Cole Palmer will score a penalty in the last minute and make it 4. So that's my prediction, 4-2, but we will be down at half-time.
Right. Well,
Let's just say.
if we are down at half time, you know, if you want to sort of bring a couple of singers over to me when you see me in the stadium, just say, don't worry. Podcast number's going to be up on Monday.
Balti pie as well.
Oh yes. I didn't actually eat one of them last night. I've been ill, haven't I?
Mate, you can't have them anymore,
I've
even the
mate,
calorifics.
I've not eaten in like 4 days.
Shut up.
Yeah, honestly.
Fasting. Water fast.
Not even that. I just can't eat nothing.
Have you ever done a water fast?
No.
They're apparently very good for you.
Really?
Apparently very, very good for you, yeah. Done a 24-hour one, but apparently people do 7 days.
Oh,
Fuck that. We love a Big Mac too much, don't we?
we do.
Honest
I
burger.
like the
Honest
McCrispy.
burger.
Honest burger.
Yeah, you love
Get
an honest
them in,
burger.
mate.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
even get them on the old adverts.
Sponsorship,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's do it. Right, people, let us know your thoughts. Let's have your starting lineups in the comment section below, although they might not be that interesting this week because I think that, you know, we're pretty, we've got our hands tied. So what I would like you to do, if any of the players that we saw on the substitutes bench last night or any of the youth players that you're excited about, if any of them deserve to be in that lineup, you tell me the player's name and why they deserve to break their way into Mauricio Pochettino's plans. Head over to Josh's channel. It is linked in the description. Drop him a subscribe. I will see you all in the next one.